25.
It's 25 days? Okay.
We have to have the first one by Friday, February 14th, or it can be before that.
February,
Okay,
February,
yeah,
so there's plenty of time.
yeah.
But
So I'll give you my letter opener. For the Thanksgiving opener, when you do it, you don't have to do it.
Okay, I got 5 o'clock. Rich has asked me to chair the meeting tonight, so if you will rise, I'll call the meeting to order. Rise and join me for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, we're going to move into the budget arena first and try to get that out of the way. Just have it in my hand, I lost it already.
I do have a request from Karen she probably wants to speak to it, but she wants to add the credit card machine. I think it's going to be about $400 to her budget.
And who
She
is
just
that?
asked me, she just got all the information on it.
I didn't know you.
I'm sorry, Karen wants to add the credit card machine to her budget.
Okay.
So I didn't have that in there because she just got that all today. So we need to add that part of it.
What's that gonna do with it? Is that gonna allow her to just swipe and go directly into the?
I believe it'll be on the counter that you can swipe, but the customers are going to have to absorb the cost, the charges for using it.
Okay.
It'll be absorbed by the customer, not us. So really, the initial cost, I think, is $400 or $500 for the machine, and then that should be it. As far as if people use it, they get charged for it.
All right, and it goes directly into our
Account.
account.
Yeah,
And that's gonna be.
that would be under the
Town
town
clerk.
clerk, yeah. So I would just probably add, why don't we add $500 to, and I'll put a new line in there for purchase the credit, unless you guys want to buy it this year out of this year's money.
No.
No? Okay. So add 500. I know she wants to speak to it, but she's busy, so.
All right, next item then here on the list is the board secretary salary. That was, that will stay the same, right? We're not gonna change that?
It's up to you.
Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. Selectmen, board secretary.
That's Leah.
That's Leah. Right.
Right now, she's, well, you already know, but she's getting paid now, 19, yeah. Okay.
So we'll leave that the same? All right with that?
we should go into non-vote.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, we'll leave that alone for now, let's keep on going. Office assistant salary, that had a specific purpose.
That was-
I don't-
That was like when we had Abby. you
Yeah,
know.
I don't think we're gonna need that now.
Okay.
Yeah, just a dollar one.
$1.
Okay.
Okay. Now, we go down to the IT computer, which I think Leah tried to get in touch with them today.
Yeah, I didn't get a return
No.
email yet.
Okay, let's do that, let's keep on going then.
So then,
Government buildings.
so I can't, the payroll taxes, the employer portion, I can't calculate until you decide on the salaries.
Yeah.
I gotta calculate that. Okay. So we're on general buildings, right? Government building,
Yes.
cleaning personnel.
All right, so we've had, how many, Leah, have
Three.
applied? 3 people have applied.
Oh, good.
So we're gonna make a decision on, and when I say that, I'm talking about for the townhouse,
Yeah.
cleaning the townhouse.
So Eleanor cleans this building, she gets 125 a month for cleaning this building,
Mhm.
so.
And that
Do you want a
building-
separate line for the townhouse?
Yes, I think we need to. I believe the intent too is that that would be on an as-needed
Yes.
basis, right?
Do you have an idea of what we should put in there, Leah? Did they give a fee, what they would charge to clean?
No, not anybody I've asked or I've spoken to yet, no.
So it would probably be, wouldn't you think 150 every time they clean?
Yeah,
Yeah. that's
And, you know,
probably-
given the prices these days, so 150, and what do you think?
like 10,
10 times?
Yeah.
Sometimes,
You do.
yeah.
Okay.
What was it, what comes out to 1,500?
Mhm.
What line is that on? That's
And
on-
I'm gonna add a line, so it'll be under
Okay.
the 4194, and then I'll add the cleaning to that one. So you wanna leave Eleanor's as it is?
Yes.
Okay.
And we have also expenses.
Mhm.
The 400 seems to be working, we didn't exceed that, there was a little bit more to do there. So,
yeah.
now, that would pick up anything too from the additional cleaning of the townhouse, right? We'd
It's
be on the
just,
same expenses.
expenses, well, I'll add the cleaning the townhouse of 1,500, and then the expenses is just expenses to any of the town buildings, it's,
For both, right?
yeah.
So, that's only $100, I think we probably should bump that up to 5.
Yeah.
I'm at a loss, where are we?
We're on page 3,
Page
where the
3.
yellow is.
Okay.
You got it?
Yes.
So they want to add 1,500 for cleaning the townhouse. And leave Eleanor at what hers is, and then make expenses 500, okay.
Yep.
Now we're on repairs to building and grounds.
We did overrun that a little bit
Mhm.
this year. That does not cover plowing, isn't that a separate item?
Yes,
Just like a 5,000.
Yeah, I think we should stay with the 5,000 as well.
and I think you talked about, I guess not. I was thinking of, we put the repairs to salt shed, that's a new line, and repairs to the garage. We had 10 and 26 for the repairs to the garage, so building maintenance, you want to cut it to 5?
Yes, yes, definitely.
You want to leave the 10 for the salt shed and 26 for the garage?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we should change that. Do you have any issues with those numbers, Rich? On the salt shed or the garage?
I think we're gonna have to paint the salt shed, what do we?
We've got 10 in here
For
for,
what, painting?
yeah. Yeah, it's repairs to the salt shed, that would be
And
the
and the front of that building is 18. And that is gonna be 10?
You don't think it's enough?
I don't know, what?
The front of that building is 18, right? Around, ballpark number. The front of the townhouse is about 18.
He's thinking 10 is not enough to do the salt shed?
Wouldn't they spray it though? Would they spray the paint on the salt shed? Isn't
Yeah,
that
it's-
easier?
it's- Yeah, they sprayed it the first time they painted it. It's gonna be an easier job, but there's a hell of a lot more of it.
Yeah.
So what's a good number to put in there? Any ideas?
I'll just add one thing. I talked to Tracy. She's going to come over and give a quote on that, so I can ask her if she can get it in. Do you have a deadline?
Did she give you a time frame, Jim?
She just said over the next few weeks, so,
Alright.
but we didn't really talk about
Alright,
it.
so
Probably by
just-
the next meeting.
So just do 10, and
Okay.
then we can.
We can adjust it,
Once
yeah.
we hear from you.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll check in with her tomorrow.
All right.
You okay with the repairs to the garage?
Repairs to the garage.
back up to the plan.
Yeah,
Planning board wants to change their number 4191, 4250.
okay,
10,000 in there, we'll make it 12,500.
12,500,
Yes, they're going to engage more with Stratford Regional to do some more
okay,
work with Stratford Regional.
okay. So we're still waiting on Wakefield, that's on page 4. So then what we didn't discuss is on page 5, the money that we give to other agencies. Parks and Rec, Wolfboro. I believe that figure has been the same for several years. The 4,216, top of page 5.
I don't think we should be going to 18 on the library, Gaffney. I think we should hold that line at 16.
Exactly.
You okay with that?
You okay
What
with that?
happened with the first one?
I don't know, they skipped
What
over it.
what happened with the first item?
4,216 from Wolfboro
Oh, I
Parks
just
and Rec.
thought, I just picked them up.
Yeah.
I went with this list.
Okay.
All right, so, all right, let's talk about the
Outside agency,
Wolfboro.
Parks and Rec.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's on the top line.
4216,
It's been that same amount
Yeah.
for several years.
Yeah, I think we should hold that.
And they haven't asked for any more.
They did add in beach access too, so
Yeah,
cost isn't going up because of that, so.
okay. And then the town parks, that was something that Rick Surratt had wanted, remember at one time, to have a park out here.
Oh,
I think that's why there's $1 in it. Okay, so library,
I don't know what we have.
The parks that are there,
Mhm.
just,
get rid of it?
yes.
You don't even want to leave the buffer now?
Please.
Easy, okay. All right, so Gaffney Library.
16.
16, level funding, you all right with Gaffney at 16?
Well, I guess I think they're trying real hard to improve the program and get the town involved. I don't know if you ever took advantage of the tour they offered you guys over there.
No, I did not.
Well, I think they're trying to do a lot for the town, and they're trying to fold in a lot of Brookfield activity.
And I think it's a good thing, but let's see the results before we commit the money.
Well, I think you can see the newsletter that comes out monthly. I think you can see all the activities that we're invited to. I mean, that's all been the past 6 months. So I guess I'd go to 18.
What do you,
16.
I'll say 16.
If we could back up to page 4, down at the bottom is where the vendor payments are. And also the welfare, you want to leave that at 10,000? I'm sorry, Rich.
You guys are losing me. I'm trying to.
Keep up, Decker, keep up.
I thought we're on page 4.
Yeah.
Where are we now?
Okay, so down the bottom, in the direct assistant, which is the welfare, do you want to leave that at 10?
I don't think we should go up, if anything.
No, yeah, it's.
Leave it at 10,
Yeah.
okay. All right, so then underneath there, do you see Tri-County cap?
Mhm.
Okay, so we need to talk about those. You want to leave them as, those were the requests in the
Okay.
proposed budget. The Wakefield Resource Center is a new one. We haven't had that one before.
What is that?
It's the union, the Wakefield Resource Center in Union, you know, that you can go for lunch. The seniors, I think, is it just
They
seniors?
do bingo and stuff.
It's anyone who
Anyone.
would need them, so they provide loads of resources for people in the community.
And that they're asking for as much money as the food pantry is. I'm not really sure what they
I might have
do
some.
for us.
Their request.
Yeah, just a letter.
4445. Yeah, I think it's. Okay, I've got Tri-County Community Action. And. Should get this back. The Tri-County cap provided some figures if you wanted to see those. I think I just had a letter from the Resource Center. Request. I think I have it. Yeah, I do. Here it is. My name is Amanda Bivard, and I represent the Board of Directors for the Greater Wakefield Resource Center, located in Union. I am writing today to request the funds for the Greater Wakefield Resource Center to be considered in your budgeting process for 2025. The amount we are requesting is $2,000. We currently serve congregate meals 3 days a week for 60 citizens. These seniors are from surrounding towns, including Brookfield. Our records show that 18% of the meals we served in the past have been to Brookfield residents. No one has ever turned away. Donations are encouraged there, but there is no charge for the meals. This creates a deficient financial balance for us. We depend on the generosity of surrounding towns to donate so we can continue with this great program for the elderly.
This is a first-time request for us, right?
No, they asked last year.
Pardon?
They asked last year also.
We didn't give them anything?
No.
I wouldn't do it again. I would give them zero again. If you look at their advertisements, you can go down there and get a cheap meal, independent of whether you can afford it or not. They're just giving away cheap meals.
What are your thoughts?
I don't know, I like the healthy seniors, but $2,000, maybe like $1,000 or maybe like $500, but $2,000 in the 18% of the meals, that's a pretty hefty.
No, it is a large number for what they're claiming they do for the Brookfield community.
I'd go zero.
I would say like 500.
Yeah, I can support 500, and we'll pay closer attention to it and ask for some better numbers for next year.
500.
500.
500, okay. And the other one is the CAPS, the court-appointed special advocates. That's a new one. They want $500. There are, I don't see statistics related specifically to Brookfield, but they did send statewide children served. You know what this is? First of all?
Yeah.
Okay. So children served 1,538 in Carroll County, 47 children. Volunteers, 23 in Carroll County. Hours of volunteer time in Carroll County, 2,360.
I think $500 is good.
Yeah. I'll go along with that.
Okay.
You okay with 500, Rich?
And you okay with the food pantry at 2,000?
Yeah.
Yes.
And cap, tri-county cap?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So then, just your,
Do we
capital outlay.
address patriotic purposes? Oh, are we back on the top of page 5 now?
Yeah, we can. Yes, patriotic purposes. I don't really know, is that the
No,
flag?
like the flags.
What?
Yep.
Leave it at 200?
Yep.
Okay. So then we're just down to the capital outlay, right?
We never talked heritage.
No, you're right, you didn't. You're
The what?
What?
We
right.
never talked heritage.
Oh. Okay. Dues at 150, I don't see any issues with that. Expenses, did they submit anything to back up that number? It's a large number.
That's what they submitted. The 2,500 is for the town book, is what they want. Is that to reprint
Yeah.
the town book?
I don't know. Oh, I know, I'm sorry.
It's
I
okay.
do know, I'm sorry, I'm paced behind. It's our yesterdays, she wants to do it through Amazon, so
Another printing of it.
another printing.
And they sell those. So
Yes,
money comes
there's a-
back.
So this is the second time we've done this, then?
No, they've done 2 printings of the hard copy. This will be the first, I think we're down to the last 1 or 2. Oh, there's not much. So, and this would be printed on demand, so.
And the other ones that we had of sold,
They're all gone. Right.
So the question for Mary Lou is, I guess, what do we get for $2,500? Why, I don't expect you to deal with that, Jan, but I don't know what we get for $2,500.
I think it's, I think from having talked with them a year ago, it is scanning the book because we don't have the PDF or any kind of file anymore, so they have to scan all of the photos, they have to purchase a book online, take all the pages out and scan them in, and then make any edits that are required. That's as much as I can tell you.
So this is a one-time thing, we'll have a number of volumes that we would sell,
Right.
theoretically, when they're gone, we'll come back and.
And you just, because they, through
You know how
Amazon
many-
Publishing, they have it online and they can,
Do you know how many we're gonna get for this price?
I don't know.
You know,
I think
That goes to your question.
It's online.
it's online, so I think it's on demand. I think that is the cost of producing.
Okay.
This is about the third time it's been in here. We've never been able to pull the trigger on spending the money, so the money always goes back to the general fund. You can see we spent zero
Yeah.
this year,
Yeah, I see that.
right? If you don't spend it, it goes back. It's in the tax base initially. But we've been struggling with getting this stuff.
Well, then, I'd say we take it out. I'd say we just go to zero and let Mary Lou, if she wants to defend it more, come back and give us some more data. But we've had it here before, and we've never produced anything.
We haven't spent any money either, but
Right.
but it's an ongoing,
And then she's asking for $200 to make notebooks of the graveyard information.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Any issues with that?
No, I'm good with that.
Good with that, Rich?
All right, so Mary Lou's gonna come look.
Yeah, I'll reach out to her and see if I can.
Okay.
Oh, no, you're on the committee.
Okay, but as I say, I
You're
can
not
do-
meeting
Yeah.
till January though, right?
Yeah, I can email her just to stop over,
Yeah.
so.
Alright, and conservation, that's all level funded from the previous year.
Yeah, they didn't ask for anything.
Right. Don't have any issues there, any issues with conservation? Rich? Alright, capital outlays. Town hall expansion. Are we gonna need to go to the next level of design if it gets approved at town meeting? Because the sketches we have now are not,
for the 5,000, he'll give us plans.
Yeah.
Once we agree on
Yeah,
what the basic design. So the 5,000 is good. I don't think we have to ask for any more.
So we're gonna put 5,000 in there for next year? No, 0,
Well, we've been authorized to take it out through warrant article.
right,
We've only spent 25.
right.
We will spend the other 25. Does that require it to go
Yeah,
into
we
the
should,
budget?
yes,
yeah, so it would be 25 on the line item
yeah,
to come out of the
yeah, sure.
expendable trust.
Yeah, we just want to make sure we just do it once, right? We're only going to take
That's
20,000.
all we did, we
Okay.
already did.
All right, townhouse repairs.
all right. The Heritage Commission asked at least $20,000.
And what is that gonna give us, the painting on the front? Is that your intent?
And the roofs,
Or
right?
the shingles?
The painting comes out of the trust fund.
Yeah.
That's been authorized.
Yeah.
What's the 24? I guess I don't remember.
They want to recoup some of the money that they were going to do the painting and the roofs on, so.
But we were paying that. What do they want, money back into the
Yeah,
trust
yeah,
fund?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So they want a warrant article?
yes.
Oh, okay.
So,
Do we have enough currently in the trust fund to cover
Painting.
the paint?
Yeah.
Okay. So what this is asking is to replenish that trust fund with 10 grand?
I'm confused, so we have,
So am I.
there's 10,000, the 10,000 that was in there for this year, which we didn't spend,
Yep.
was for painting. So we had a warrant article for that
Right,
10,000.
right,
So we don't have to ask for it again, do we?
We should,
We should too, yeah.
just to be open. But the number now is, I think, 18,
yep,
And we have how much in that trust fund?
22-ish.
yep,
Okay. So they want to take out 18,
Yep,
and then they want you to put some back in?
yep, 20 back.
Oh, so that's really a, because in the budget, we'd have to put the 18, right? For the townhouse repair,
To be
18,000.
funded from the trust fund.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then you'd have to write a warrant article.
Yep.
So I'm putting 18,000 in that line?
yep,
Okay. And then the warrant article will be for,
Yep.
to
And you're gonna take care of it?
yep.
add to,
That was number seven.
they want to put 20 in?
Yeah, that's,
That's the warrant article.
so you okay for 20 grand?
Well, the question's gonna be, what do we get for that? Why are we doing that, right?
Right. Roof, the electrical, the steeple, and there was something else too.
Do you recall, Jen?
I think it's the repairing the ductwork underneath the
Yeah, that's it,
schoolhouse.
that's right.
Pulling up that old infrastructure that's not being used, but it's collected, it's damp and it
Yeah.
creates mold.
Yeah. So,
So we can answer the question.
okay.
So why wouldn't we just put the 18,000 in the budget and then just leave the money that's in the trust fund alone? You know, not do a warrant article for 20, just leave what's in there, and put 18,000. Is that too confusing?
Not at all.
That makes sense.
The issue is,
Yeah,
if we don't do it, it's not saved.
Yes.
If it's in the trust fund and we never get to it,
okay, okay.
right, it
I get it.
doesn't go to zero at the end of the
Yeah,
year.
yeah, okay.
But if you're really gonna do the work, it's cleaner.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
mean, in and out.
Yeah, it's in there.
All right, next one is property reval.
9,000?
Well, are you talking about putting money into the capital reserve?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that would be down, that would be down.
We have a budget item already for his quarterly?
I just got a bill from him.
Yeah, so
It's in-
it's,
it's in
so
here.
something.
On the front somewhere?
It's not reflected in there, because I just got his bill. Let me tell you what it was.
The assessor. Here.
This is a capital outlay, right?
Yeah,
Page
so
one.
he just gave us a bill for 1,856.
Okay,
So it's 1,800, I mean, 18,000.
Okay.
He didn't,
Yeah, but what we're proposing for next year is 9.
Wait, guys,
yeah, wait.
Yeah.
So,
wait, guys. This is for the annual,
Yeah,
every 5 years,
well,
right?
right,
So that wants to, you want to do that down under transferred capital reserve, right?
And we just got a new contract, right, we just signed. And the number now is 38,000, we signed that contract.
and it is 5 years, right?
Right. Now, the question is, we don't have to wait 5 years to do it. And if you do it sooner, you're allowed to, and you get less swings in your tax bills,
Yep,
right? We got a little feedback that there were some big jumps, and that's because it's been 5 years,
trust me, yeah.
right? So the point is, to do it, it costs 38,000. When do you want to do it? Do you want to do it in, what do you want to plan it for, 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years?
Probably 4.
I think 5 years is fine. I think that it was an anomaly this time because of the results of COVID. what COVID did to the economy and to the housing market was absolutely crazy. And I don't foresee, I don't know how you can predict another such event. And I think normally a 5-year increment is a pretty steady and pretty reliable increment. And in the 4 years in between, he does his quarterlies, right?
Yeah, but that has no impact on your assessment.
No.
No, I understand, it's pickups.
Yeah.
Essentially is what it is pickups. So where I'm coming from now is, on this item on page 2, the 9,000.
Page 2.
What,
Yeah, page 2.
we put that,
4152, 4303.
the page 2, the assessing contract was 18,000. He spent, say, 11 of it.
Right, the proposed budget is 9.
Yeah.
What does that cover? Is that covering the pickups?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So the capital outlay, we won't put anything in, it's the transfer to capital reserve, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's like $9,000, right?
But if you're gonna do it every 5 years, you only need 38. So 7's plenty.
Yeah.
Get it closed, right? You're not gonna, 7's closed. You wanna do it in 4 years, you need 4 into that, you need 10. Pick a number.
That's why I said
Okay.
9.
because it's
Do either way.
yeah, so like 9.
All right, I'd leave it at 9 then.
So that'll be a warrant article? then?
Yeah.
Okay, so that, we won't put that in the budget?
Yep.
To read that as 9 for a warrant. Okay. And then you just have to decide if you're gonna put any other money in capital reserves.
Yeah, I had the warrant, like the warrant articles drafted, but there was like the townhouse and the large number.
So are you gonna put any money in for road or bridge repair?
Yeah, it's 75.
Yeah.
75,000?
Yep.
That'll be,
75 right?
that'll also be a warrant? And that'll be for roads or,
Yeah, roads.
Roads and bridge repair. That line item.
you said 75?
So, I'm sorry. 4916, the one we just talked about, property revale.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You said 9.
Yeah, but I think that 9 he's talking about goes down to the next level.
Yes.
Transfer to capital
Yes,
reserve.
to capital reserve, yes.
So
Right,
that,
right.
Yes,
that revale is
it's
0.
0, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you, yep. I see that. Should that also be true for the $20,000 for the townhouse repair then?
That'll be a warrant article that will be transferred to capital reserve.
Yeah,
Yes,
So
yes,
it doesn't
yes.
go on the line
No, it doesn't go on the
No,
line.
no.
up here. It would be down here, and it would be a warrant article. Okay, we still got a little more work to do on the budget.
And the Moose Mountain.
I don't know. The bridge, Comeau Mountain Bridge.
Yeah, so.
We're not,
You want to add any to the capital reserve fund for
I
that?
don't think so, but
I don't think we should either.
okay.
What's in there now? Do you
There was like two funds.
Right.
It was like 150
I have the book
roughly.
with me. Yeah, I don't have the book, it's a book on
don't
the
want to
table.
add any more right now?
We can't save fast enough. We're gonna have to bond it when it happens.
Yeah.
I mean,
Thanks.
we just can't put money away fast enough. So we're gonna take a bond.
Let's look.
It's gonna be $750,000. If you repair it, replace it, if we can get it fixed, and Chris is working on that, maybe we can get it patched,
It's like 200,000 in there.
Okay, good.
then we have enough to cover it.
Yep.
But if we have to replace it, we don't have that kind of money.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I agree.
All right, So-
separate places, so we're not
Is
gonna
there-
add anything
okay.
to it.
Okay.
All right, anything else?
Karen want to talk about her, I'm sorry. Go
And I have a
ahead.
quick, I just wanted to make sure that you got the moderator revised budget, which is an additional $2,000 because of House Bill 1264. It's technology programming that's required for accessible voting systems.
Oh, here we are.
What page you on?
Page 1, right at the bottom, elections, under
Oh, yeah,
elections.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have it.
thank
Do
you.
we want to go non-public for the
Salaries?
salaries?
And we got the issue of the cleaning of the townhouse too, we have to agree to hire somebody for that as well.
I'd wait. Neither one is pressing, right? You think one's pressing?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Do Karen want to address the credit card? I
Can
think,
I'd like to ask a question.
yeah.
Are you all set now?
For what?
Is this budget, as far as you're concerned, set?
No,
Okay, what's open now?
Town of Wakefield.
Yes?
And I guess just really Town of Wakefield and your salaries.
Okay.
Town
So,
of
I mean, the
Wakefield.
email you sent us was excellent.
Yeah,
It was excellent.
yeah, oh, good.
Very, you had
I'm glad you like that.
everything that we had, we owed you, but I want to make sure we close those items
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
So
Yeah, I
Wakefield,
think so, yeah.
Wakefield,
and salaries.
it's ours.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, we're good. All right. And the credit card machine.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. This has been a request of our customers for quite a while, and we are doing it electronically. If they do the e-reg system, you can use credit cards. All of the fees are given back to the customer. The town pays no fees for the credit cards online. We can do the same, I talked with the vendor today. We can do the same with credit cards over the counter. The only cost is the purchase of the credit card machine. There's two options. They both operate on Wi-Fi or Ethernet. The one is $325. The other one is $550. It's just kind of it can also function away from the town. So that one we wouldn't necessarily need. And all of the fees would be charged to the customer along with their customary credit card fees. So the model I was looking at with a built-in receipt for the customer is $325. It's a one-time fee to buy the credit card machine. There is an optional $85 fee for free replacement for the one, and that's per year, but I don't foresee that. And we would own it, so if we would change vendors or anything, it's our property. We're not renting it from the vendor. So the transaction fees would be a minimum of $2.50 or 2.99% charged back to the customer. And that goes to the vendor. I have to work out a few of the logistics as far as how the accounting is set up with Joanne. I get asked over and over again by customers, when are you going to do credit cards? And it is kind of what everybody's doing. A lot of times when customers come in, the last check they wrote was for the town, for their DMV the last year. So it is more secure, it is safer than having money in the office. So it's just another option, and I just thought I was going to wait and pursue it next year, but having talked to the vendor, it does seem like this would be a good time to go ahead and do it.
Any new software?
No, it actually is a standalone card reader. It is hooked up to the ClerkWorks system. It'll have the same support staff. There's no additional fees for support, no other applications or anything, and it'll actually dump directly into the ClerkWorks product that we have. So at the end, all of my financials will be the same, except it'll just be added line items, and my financial reports all consolidated in the one system.
Is it Lock, his SQ Lock you're looking at? That type of vendor? Lock?
The square, you mean?
It's called a PAX 880, but it's I honestly am not sure. She's supposed to send me all of the information. We will have to update we'll have to amend our contract, we'll have to update with Heartland, so there will be a few logistical things, but
It would take you said 6 weeks, Karen?
it'll take 6 weeks just for the amendment of the contract and setting things up with the merchant vendor ID.
What are you asking us tonight?
The only thing I am asking is to add the $325 to the budget in order to purchase the credit card reader.
Next year.
You're gonna make it a separate line, or just increase
I can
the
do it.
expenses?
Probably next year. I think the timeline is a little short to do it this year.
All right, so we're not making any commitments other than putting it into the budget.
Into the budget, please.
All right, so just put $400.
400. Okay,
Under the
I'll make
expense
it good
budget.
line, yeah,
Yeah, it's, okay.
that's easy.
Okay. Before we leave that
Thank
too, I
you.
just realized that on the salary for the deputy town clerk, we're going with 8,000, and I'm concerned that might be a little bit light. Only, or specifically because the initial period of time, might be a month, 2 months, depending on how much time and work she puts in. We're actually gonna be paying them both because of the training requirements. It's gonna take a little bit extra to get it up to speed. I'd like to see that go to
10,000.
Yeah. All right with that?
Cooking.
All right.
Thank you, it's appreciated.
All right, anything else?
Good.
Okay. Discussion on the budget.
So, non-public,
All right, let's go to public input now.
Hi, I have a special event form that I've had turned in.
I got them turned up as hard as I can.
Oh, sorry, I have my special event application that I wanted to
Yes, okay.
review with you guys.
What we have here. Okay. We have an application for a temporary event permit. It's going to be on January 11th. Rain date is the 18th. It's at map and lot 32, which is the Moose Mountain facility.
Yep.
The detailed description, it's going to be a tree burn, following guidelines from Brad Williamson, and the trees being Christmas trees, if I understand that correctly.
Yep, it's for the Greater Wakefield Lions Club
Yeah.
annual tree burn, so they do this every year. And I'm working with Ron McKay currently to get this up and running with the Lions Club. And so it's a rough estimate I put on there for how many trees we're going to be burning. We don't know. The first couple of years that they had around 20 to 27 trees. But last year they hit a spike for some reason, and they reached up to 60 trees.
So
So,
you're not anticipating a 30-foot wide, 30-foot high.
no.
All right, there will also be sledding, tubing, live music, and typical full-service restaurant operations. Outside alcohol in permitted areas approved by the state of New Hampshire. Approximately 300 people are expected. It would, again, this is what she was just saying, it's expected to be a 20 to 90 minute burn on the trees. And there is a map attached as well. It's been approved by the police department, fire department, code enforcement officer. And the map, if you want to just take a quick look at it. Or, okay. Okay. So if I'm looking, if you're standing at the road, then if I'm looking at this right, the burn spot would be to the far right of the parking lot?
Yep, if you're facing the building.
yeah.
Well, and of course, the sledding is on the hill behind the lodge. Okay. Do you have any questions?
I'm good.
Okay, then I'll accept a motion to approve this or deny, however you guys want to feel.
Second?
All right, well, it's either, I said either or, so
Okay,
I'll make it a motion then
Okay,
to approve the temporary event permit that I just read through.
okay, second.
Hours of operation are?
Pardon?
Hours of operation are?
3 to 7,
Is that
I can see it from
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Good eye, yeah, good eye.
Is it in there?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, 3 to 7, okay. Very good.
And just to clarify, that's when we expect most of the crowd, but people could be there earlier in the day or later in the day since we do have different restaurant operating hours.
All right, any other questions on the motion? All those in favor? Aye. It's approved.
Perfect, thank you guys. So just from you guys, if I could get a letter for the liquor commission. I do have a copy of the request that Rich had for me of kind of like a drafted up letter and what exactly I was requesting in written form. I did forget it in my car, so I can go grab it for you guys if you'd like. But I would just need a selectman signing letter saying that we're allowed outdoor alcohol for that event. The only reason I'm asking for it for this event, it is really cold, so I don't imagine people to be hanging out outside. But if people are eating and dining when the tree burn starts, I want people to be able to step out into that confined area just to watch from across the parking lot, or to stand out back and watch their kids sled into, but be able to have food and drinks and watch them and be around. So.
Also,
I've got a problem with that. I've got a problem with changing the regulations on the alcohol outside. The application says as permitted by the state, and I'm fine with that. But now we're asking for a change, and I'd wait for the change to go through the planning board and that site plan review.
you're not changing it on this request.
Yes,
It's on that request.
It's on that request for that day only, not for anything else, just for that day.
All right, so I'm missing something, because it says right in here, that outside alcohol permit in areas approved by the state of New Hampshire. So are you saying you're doing something different than that?
No. So in order to get that, I went over this last time. Then when I have an outdoor area of alcohol that I'm looking to serve, there's an application to submit that is an extended area of service application through the Liquor Commission. So basically what they do is they come over and they say you need a permit of assembly for this area, which we already have, and then they basically make sure that we're following all their rules and regulations for it. So I know like the surface has to be, smooth and maintainable, so people are being safe outside. There has to be some form of a wall or a border of where people know that it's a confined area and you're only allowed within this area. But in order to do that, I need a selectman sign letter for the application itself. I submitted that previously.
So what you're saying is that they will come down and identify the area?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, and then that will go into the record, and they'll have record that we had alcohol in that area this time.
And that's, the state will send a rep in to do that?
Yep, yeah.
If we authorize it,
If we authorize them to do the,
if we authorize the change to the alcohol consumption area, today they're allowed to have their alcohol as described right there, as the state has defined it.
Yep.
But I think Molly has just said is she wants to change the area to go outside. And
I didn't, maybe I'm wrong, but I didn't hear that. I thought you said that they will come down and actually define that area.
Right. I will define that area. I'll say it's this area, and they'll tell me if it's appropriate or not.
And they'll come in and say it's okay.
Yes, which we already have the approval from the Liquor Commission itself. It's just I've been waiting on a letter for these events.
Yeah. And the area that you're going to define is what the state is going to approve.
Right.
I don't understand where it's different.
today it's not allowed.
Previous,
Today it's not allowed outside.
Well, but it
We're asking for
was just-
this specific
just-
event.
was like the 11th or the 18th, so that's like, just like one day.
They haven't got the state's not gonna approve it until they know that there was going to be an event.
Okay.
Is that a fair statement? They're not gonna come down and approve anything if you're not having an event.
Right.
So you need this to be able to go to the state.
Why don't we take a look at the letter that they want you to sign or us to sign?
Well, you guys can write the letter. It's supposed to be written by you. I'm not supposed to write the letter. But I can write a letter for you and you sign it. But the state does request a letter from the selectmen, not from me, signed by the selectmen.
What was the letter you said you had out in the car?
It's something I typed up. Rich asked me for it the last time I asked for outside alcohol, so I did type it up. I just forgot to bring it in this folder. But it's a quick synopsis that we're allowed outside alcohol in the area permitted by the state.
Yeah, I
Take
think,
a look at the letter, see what we're signing. That's all. Why don't you,
I'll be right back.
Notice she does have it identified on this map where that area would be.
Would anyone else like a cookie?
Notice that too.
what's that?
This is the area that's in question, right? This is where the outdoor dining and alcohol would be.
Yeah. Have you Moose Mountains here? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh,
Yep. And the aerial shows these those.
yeah. And then as far as here, and then the two over here.
I'm the end of that one.
Yeah.
Oh, you still ended up on the back. I worked so hard not to do
I
that.
don't care.
So this isn't specifically dated for this event, but if you want to use that synopsis and, alter it to have that date, so it's specific to that date, you're more than welcome, and then just sign it.
Okay, you're saying this is our, as selectmen, it's our responsibility to submit this along with the application to the
Not the
state?
application for the event, just a selectman sign letter for our
Just-
application.
yeah.
Would we return that to you or to the state?
You can return it to the state, or you can return it to me, and I can, email it over to the state, so we all have copies. I would prefer to have a copy sent from you guys, if you guys do send it to the state.
read it in? Would you read it aloud?
Yep. We're requesting a signed letter from the Selectmen Board to the New Hampshire Liquor Commission, allowing 107 Moose Mountain Road outdoor alcohol for special events under our 2010 site plan for functions, while following all protocols put in place by the New Hampshire Liquor Commission. Majority of these events would be related to banquet facilities, activities such as weddings, baby showers, etc. Proposed letter. The town of Brookfield grants permission for 107 Moose Mountain Road, Brookfield, New Hampshire, to obtain a service to another area license for one-day special events outside the building, as long as those events are not a disturbance to the peace.
Which date does it say? What are we gonna
Well,
say?
you could put the
Yeah,
dates
you
there.
put the date in, it would be the date of
Those,
this application.
This is example wording.
Yeah.
And it's marked off on the map showing that area. Any other questions?
If there's still any, confusion over it, we do have what the application requires from the Liquor Commission here, if you want to look at it on this, on the phone.
Any questions?
No, I'm good.
Questions?
The last time we did this, for Rob Collins, when he wanted it frost heaved, he drafted the letter completely detailing what the Liquor Commission wanted through your notes, and then we just had to approve it.
No, I drafted it.
You did the one for Rob
Yes,
Collins?
yes.
Oh, there you go. That's what Rob drafted.
No,
Okay, so what do you want to do?
But also previously, like at the last Selectmen's meeting, I did bring those minutes in where the Selectmen Board did grant Moose Mountain a year trial to have outdoor alcohol, which they ran with and never had any issues, which both Rich and Brian, you were at. I hate to throw out direct quotes because I know last time you guys didn't like it, but Brian, you did say at the end when it was passed through that if all goes well, then there you go, you have it. So they did operate with outdoor alcohol from 2014, 2014 to 2017
yeah.
with outdoor alcohol until they, stopped the.
All right, any other discussion?
I'm good.
All right, it's been moved and approved.
So
What
could,
about the letter?
so could your type upload the letter and I'll sign it, I don't care.
On letter.
Yeah, 'cause-
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's, we're gonna approve this, and then we're gonna sign a letter.
well, we.
Right, I'll plug in the dates and the information
Right.
from that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
The letter's gonna be good for 2 dates?
yes.
Yeah, it actually would have to be, it would be good for the 11th and then a rain date of the 18th.
Okay.
But not both.
No.
Right.
Okay, and, Leah, you want that?
I think we
Yes,
should,
please.
I think we should make a motion that we are going to approve, and we're gonna generate that letter. If that's the reading of the board, right? Since we're gonna do the letter,
Yeah.
then we should make a motion saying that we're doing that.
So,
I'll make a motion that we're going to generate a letter to the Liquor Commission authorizing alcohol in the designated area
per this.
for the temporary event application.
Second?
Any other discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
And Brian, you're going to write the letter?
Leo's
Going to
gonna,
draft and
Yeah.
skeleton?
and then I'll sign it, or I'll sign it.
Well, there's a motion. Oh, you want me to sign it?
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do review and approve minutes, public.
So they'll probably like tomorrow or Thursday?
Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Wait, so do I get this one back or?
No, that's us.
Okay.
Do we have
Yeah,
minutes here?
sometimes.
Put them in our package.
Oh, thank you.
What did you
Did you
ask?
put the minutes in our package?
I sure did. I can see it. It has the pink sticky note on it.
Oh, right there. This is non-public. Yeah. Okay. This is
I need to
non-public.
throw you off with that.
Has everybody had a chance to review these? Any
Yes.
comments?
I'm good.
Okay, I'll accept the motion then to approve them. Okay, I'll make the motion then to approve the minutes of non-public sessions dated November 9th, 2024, as well as the notes for the joint session of Selectmen and Heritage Commission dated November 20, 2024. And the notes from the November 19th building review, building expansion minutes. And lastly, from the general public meeting dated, also dated November 19th, 2024.
Second?
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So approved.
All right, I got
Those are the originals?
signed copy.
Leah, those are the ones that you can... All right, let's go through board and department committees. Jan?
Okay, a couple of things. Heritage Commission, I did speak with Tracy at Finer Finishes. She has agreed to waive the deposit for painting the front of the townhouse. She will put us in the schedule. She's not sure when, sometime spring, early summer. Her only request then, if she waives the deposit, is that we have whatever the amount is to cover the work for the materials and labor of that first week that people are on the ground, because she has to pay them. So that seems reasonable to me.
Yeah.
The second issue is for the steeple and the roof. If it's a day like today and it's good, I can contact roofers to get a quote, but I think it's probably going to be spring, better for them to be able to see the roof. So as you're thinking of it, and if you have contacts for roofers, I'm looking, as I see them or hear anything, I will keep you posted.
The intent on this one will be to consider the entire?
Yeah, I mean, I can have them do, you know, in two parts, the whole and then just the steeple. If it's better pricing with the whole, that's good. Craig gave me a heads up on, and I forgot what town it is, but their L-Chip just gave a grant of $15,000 to a town for the only church and gathering spot they have in town, to do primarily their steeples. So I have the name of the person who wrote the grant and how they did it. So I'm going to contact her right after the holidays to find out more, to see if that's an option for us, as a potential option. That would be a matching, you have to do that with L-Chip, but that might be one possibility. So, okay.
There was some discussion about copper.
Yes. Jason Earl of Rooster Production and New Hampshire Preservation Alliance said they did not think that steel shingles is a good idea. If anything, they think copper tin is the best way to go. It's a more expensive way to go, but they say it'll last 100 years. So that's in comparison to standard shingles, which are 15 or 20 years. But until we get to roofers and can talk with them about that, I think, it makes sense to ask them to quote it both ways, and then we can have a sit down and talk about it. I have been looking around at buildings in town. There's one at the First Baptist. They've done partial shingles, and at the very top, the top 2 feet, I think it is copper. And it creates a patina that doesn't look like, it's not shiny. So that's as much as I've seen. And then Andrew gave me the name of a town with another church that they did the entire steeple in copper. So he said, go over and take a look at it, which I'll do at some point.
Okay. Anything else?
Real quick, on the library, I wanted to ask you again to consider doing a tour. You may not use the library, that's fine that everyone does, but there are a lot of people in Brookfield who do use it and consider it really important. It's a lot of money. I'm not minimizing it at all. It's a big request, the $18,000. So before you go into public session, I would really love to have both of you, either individually or at some point come over together. I can get you in and out in less than 30 minutes. But I think it's important, since the town is going to be spending some amount, either 16 or 18 as requested, to come over and take a look at what goes on over there. I'll throw that, and I know it's a busy time of year, so if you'd like to do that, after the holidays, I think it's an important one. And then my last question for you is, do we know yet when the public hearing will be for the budget and the warrant articles?
We haven't picked a date for that yet, right?
I don't think so.
Public hearing, so short answer is no, we haven't set a date.
Okay, would that be January, or you're thinking
January.
January? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, thanks. That's it.
Karen?
Nothing really to report. The town clerk's office will be open Christmas Eve till 5, but we will be closed Christmas Day, and then
Oh, come on.
and then probably New Year's Eve and New Year's Day we will be closed.
Do you expect you'll have people come in on 5 on Christmas?
Yes, I
Really?
do. Yeah, they
Not
came in
much of
last
a-
year, so it's the end of the month.
Anything else?
Karen, did we ever specify the voting hours for the town meeting?
Yes, they're actually, it's all in the calendar
We
actually.
specified the hours.
Yes,
Yes.
is it
1 to 7. 1 to 7.
1 to 7.
Yeah, and it is posted on the calendar.
Yes.
We'll have a warrant for it.
Okay. Anything else?
No, thank you.
Joanne?
I have a couple things.
Yeah.
So we have 3 more office signs for the other 3 offices. I've talked to Steve Bailey about putting those up. I don't know when he'll be able to do that, but hopefully soon. He's also gonna replace the doorknob on Joanne's door, because there's no key to it.
Okay.
As far as the ad for the code enforcement job, we can post for free through New Hampshire Municipal Association. The email I got said that Joanne is authorized to do that, so I'll put together whatever wording and send it to you. And,
Do we want to do that?
oh yeah, if you guys want to do that,
Yeah,
of
I
course.
think it's worth it. It's worth it for real. See what kind of response we get.
That's it.
I do have one thing. There was a request, I don't see it on the agenda, for Steve Bailey wanted to increase his fees for plowing.
Good, I did see that.
Did you see that in your packet or something?
Yeah, he wants 150, first one, 75 last year. And last year he didn't work at all from the year before. So he's been level.
So 150
Per
store.
plow, I think.
That's crazy. That's good.
I think, I mean, I don't know what he said in his letter.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Good one.
Yeah, that's good.
He's a contractor. If that's what he's going to charge us, so be it. If we don't like it, we go somewhere else.
Yep.
Are we certain that he has liability insurance on file with us?
And I think he's been doing a good job for us. Any issues, you guys are here more often than
He
no
missed,
issues with
he missed the front walk once, but I've scolded him for that. So hopefully not again.
All right. Conservation Commission, I'll speak for that. There's, we met with the apple tree guy, called him, and in the process of walking the site, the preserve, looking for apple trees, he mentioned American chestnut trees. He has a farm where he's involved in a project to try to propagate,
Branch Hill Farm.
propagate the American chestnut and bring it back. And he noted quite a couple of areas in our preserve that he thought would be good areas to expand that and also try to propagate down here. So what the Conservation Commission is requesting is permission from the board to put in, to plant some American chestnut trees. They will monitor and watch and maintain and take care of those trees and see if they'll take root. It's not going to cost us anything to do it. I think it's a good idea, and I'm in favor of going along with it and giving them permission to go ahead and plant. Any issues with either of you guys?
My only comment is, what's the plan? What's the plan for the space? Where is this going to be with respect to the acreage? And how do we see the future areas being used? Think ahead a little bit. Where we're going to put them, in the middle of the field? No.
No,
Of course not.
no.
Of course not.
Right.
We're going to put them someplace. We should put them someplace that's not going to get in the way in the future if we have plans. So I'm saying maybe the Conservation Commission should start brainstorming about how do you use this land over the next 10 years, and what sections do you use for what?
Okay.
And then you can say, all right, we're going to put our chestnuts?
American chestnuts, yeah.
We're going to try growing them over here. And that would just make sense to me. What's the plan?
So are you saying you don't want to approve it until
Oh,
I come back with that plan? or-
Go for it, but just,
Yeah, okay.
where are we
all right.
going in the future with
Okay.
it?
What I'll do is I'll carry that back, saying, it's okay to go ahead and plant some chestnuts,
Think
but think about it.
the future.
And I would ask too that they would come in and talk to us about it. What did you guys as a committee decide to do? There are several areas in there where the logger had gone in and made large circular areas where he took a bunch of trees out, and the idea was to open up the canopy. So I'm assuming it would be in areas like that. The top landing would be a good idea, or a good area to try to approach it to. So, we haven't set a number. I don't know if we're talking about 10 trees or 50 trees, but we're not going to replant the forest. Okay, also, Conservation Commission. Want to know what the Board of Selectmen thought about a 2025 timber cut. Now, when Tim was there doing this one this year, he brought the road a little bit beyond the Hackett site entrance, and it goes down through a couple of swales, and he said in the back of the second swale, there's a large area that he thinks would be profitable to harvest. And it could generate revenue for the town. There would be no further work required on the road. So,
Same question, what's the plan
to harvest that back corner.
for the total property? You can see the public saying, well, you guys are just messing up that land by harvesting every 3 years. What's your plan for the area?
No, it's on that, I don't have it with me. They have that colored map. That's cut 1, 2, 3, 4.
I understand that. That's the harvest, that's the forest management plan.
Right.
What's the plan for the whole parcel?
It's a conservation site.
I think he means, where do we want our trails? Do we want a little picnic area? Just that kind of stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff will be developed over time, but we're not there yet.
Okay.
Is there any objection to talking to Tim about harvesting 2025? It would be just that back section.
I don't think I do it. I think we're just rushing.
Yeah.
We're just,
What are your thoughts?
do we have to do it now?
Oh, no.
No.
Absolutely not.
Maybe you wait a year or two, you know,
Okay.
yeah.
We don't want the trees to rot, but it feels to me like we're rushing it to try to get as much out of the land as we can. And is that what we want to do? Well,
I mean, no, they're not, the way he runs his operation, it's not doing any harm to the land, for sure. So it's not a detriment to do the harvest. But is it a rush?
When you talk about going down a couple of swales, is that wetlands in there?
No,
that they'd be
no,
crossing?
it's a high spot. It's a high spot. It is adjacent to the marsh that runs parallel to the rail trail. But it's not wetland. So you're saying let's hold off for 25?
Yeah, maybe a couple of years.
Okay. You agree with that?
yeah, I guess I want to try to get down there and look.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll tell them no for now. And,
That'll give conservation more time to figure out what our actual plans are too.
okay. And let's see if there was anything else from there. Yeah, there was one other thing that they wanted me to bounce off you guys is you're aware of all of the trees that were removed around the cemetery area, in the back of your field. There's a lot of tops and brush. They want to know if it would be okay to go down there and have a controlled burn, bonfire, to clean up and burn up that brush that was taken down. It would be out in the back of the field near the cemetery, but not in the field. It would be off to the side.
Can I just add,
If there's snow, I don't care.
Right, there would be some.
the thought was to have it be kind of an event. If people want to snowshoe in, maybe have some hot chocolate, we'll have a bonfire, look for animal tracks, that kind of thing.
Talk to the cemetery trustees. You said the cemetery land.
The private cemetery. The
No,
Hackett
no, no,
cemetery,
no.
not the town
Oh.
cemetery.
No.
Down
I
the
thought
back.
you meant the town cemetery.
No.
I missed the word Hackett.
Yeah, I didn't say the Hackett, I just, I wasn't thinking of the town cemetery being on the preserve.
So you want to go back up on the hill? Back up on the hill?
Yes.
Yeah. It's just brush.
Yeah.
Like I said, if there's snow, I don't care.
And that's the way it would be, they wouldn't do it without snow on the ground. All right, that's all I had. Any other committee comments? All right, next item we have is end of the year meeting. We don't have to do,
Can I just ask a quick question on the control burn? Would that be done with the fire department, or are we experienced
It would
enough?
just be volunteers going down there.
Okay, we're experienced enough. I mean, I wouldn't do it.
I thought we were going to have the fire department come in just
We can
in
ask them if
case.
they want to come down, but it's not predicated on them doing it.
It's not set in stone yet, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it's just like you gotta burn, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's no structure there, so it's not.
The law says if you have 4 inches of snow, you don't need a permit.
Okay.
4 inches of
Yeah.
snow.
I just know today you look at the weather and it's,
Couldn't
and
do
then, and you look at the fires out in California, I mean,
Couldn't
it's,
do it today.
yeah, exactly, okay. Just,
Well, you give them a little bit of credit, Ken. They're not gonna set the forest on fire, but.
well, there's a lot of people who that happens, so I'm just raising that as a
And
precaution.
in fact, what we would do is we would get Brad involved and tell Brad that we're gonna do it.
Yeah,
Right, and he would make that call. If he thought it was too windy, he would probably say you shouldn't. Not that you can't, but you shouldn't, and we'd respect that.
Yep, cool.
All right, end of the year meeting. We're gonna do payroll at some point, right?
So we're gonna run our last payroll at the end of this year. And then the next one is the end of February,
No.
right?
Well, no, because what about end of January?
That's what I mean, the end of January, we get, so we close the books out now, everybody's paid 100%, all the numbers come in true, because we just wrap the year up.
So
And then we get paid the end of January for the January work. Am I missing something? I think,
Yeah, that would be right.
right, we shut the year down, 100%, and then we start at the end of January.
So the pay for December is gonna be,
December, this year,
okay.
right?
Yep.
We have to come in and sign those checks, I guess, whatever. When do we want to do that, Joanne? When you,
Maybe this week?
No, I would have to collect timesheets from everybody.
Oh, okay.
The question, would that be a full meeting or just a check signing
I
meeting?
mean, you don't have to have a meeting to sign
No.
paychecks,
Oh,
but there'll be bills, Chris will want to get paid.
Yeah.
So maybe like the 22nd or the 23rd?
I would, I mean, throw this out, you can yell at me. I would do the 31st at 9 AM.
or the 30th at the normal time.
I mean, I could do mornings, can we do mornings?
I
don't
can-
care.
I can do mornings because I have the week off, so.
Ah,
Are you okay with going to the
I can-
31st?
Yeah, I can make it, I guess.
well, yeah, we're
It's
trying to do this on our.
You're hesitating to
Yeah,
it.
pick, you
Well,
pick
because
the
I
date.
usually work at Comeau on Tuesdays, so Mondays and Tuesdays, but I can arrange it. It's not-
When's the first? The first is.
Would-
It's all right, we can do the 30th or the 31st, which one do you want to do?
Whatever works for you.
Can we do it at 8 in the morning, or is that too early?
No, 8
All right, so let's do it on the 31st. at
8 o'clock on the 31st.
Okay. Bills, paychecks, that wraps up the year.
Yep.
30, you said the 31st?
Yep, 8 AM.
It's gonna be so cold. All right.
Okay, we got refreshed temporary event permit, is that?
Yes.
You just need to make an announcement that we refresh the temporary event permit. It's online. The fees are the same, just some of the wording has changed.
Okay.
Okay, that's so noted, and there's also that refreshed permit that was submitted today,
Yes.
so. Tax abatements.
Those are in the red folder.
Red folder?
Yep.
There's like 2.
Do you want to put these off? Did you want to hold
They're
on
in
to these?
there,
What do you got, abatements?
Yeah.
We owe people money, right? If there's abatements, are they abatements?
Yep, there they are.
That's exemptions. Those, there's no rush for. That's April.
Okay, I should have taken that off then, sorry.
But abatements, we owe people money.
And these are exemptions?
Exemptions impact the tax bill next June.
Then I wrote that. Sorry.
All right, so you
Some
move
tax
off-
thing.
move off on those.
If we got time, we want to do them. I thought it was going to be a late meeting.
I was like, just get them done.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be late. As long as it's not,
So how much of this should I be reading into the record?
not much, as long as it's not financial. If it's
One
better,
of them is financial.
you don't want to read the financial into the record. The other,
I believe it is that top one you have in your hand.
be careful on what you're reading.
It's just an abatement. It's an abatement, correct?
No, it's an exemption based upon. it's an
Most
exemption.
towns just use the map and lot number, just so you have a record, that's all, no
Yeah.
names. It's easier that way.
I'm sorry.
Usually,
The map
most
and
towns
lot.
just
Just the
use
map
the
and
map
lot.
and lot number, just so there's a record.
Okay.
I would be sensitive with the first one because it's based upon financial stuff. It's not a veteran's exemption,
So
I think.
do we then not, we can read the map and lot saying it's going to be an abatement, or an exemption, but not read in the amount?
Doesn't matter. Once you tell them it's an exemption, they know what the amount is, because we have a warrant article changing it. So
Okay. All right, we have a request for, don't get confused, tax exemption on map 11, lot 7. It's an elderly exemption in the amount of $30,000. Any discussion, any issues? Okay, I will make a motion that we approve the abatement.
Exemption.
Oh, I'm sorry, exemption, thank you.
I'm
You're gonna have to
sorry.
keep after me on that. Okay, do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Look at this and see if there's anything the town has to pay for if this falls. Is that the trust fund?
Yeah, there was some,
Which ones?
number 5. Is the old cemetery. And I think
I just sent
number
it.
15. I think those two.
Just
town-
those two?
I think that
How do
was.
I confirm that? Meg just asked me which ones, we had to pay.
Exactly what
Those-
say.
So that would be 75
Brookfield Historical.
yeah,
And this
This
is,
is on page.
that way.
You didn't sign it.
that's the one I
So
like.
just those two.
Just those two.
So
The rest-
75 and 87, so like 150. And then the rest comes out of it.
So what?
Open that thing? The 33rd?
Christmas Eve too. We'll probably close it noon.
All right, we have another request for exemption. Map 15, lot 5. The amount of $250, it's a veteran's exemption. I'll make a motion that we grant the exemption.
Second?
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Is that supposed to be a tax credit or is it an exemption? Just curious.
How does it go for the veterans? I think it is a credit, isn't it?
Yeah, but what's the form say?
It's written in here.
On top.
Credit.
Tax credit.
Tax credit.
Yep. It's RSA 7225 per hour.
It's just so my forms are consistent.
What do we have here? We've got
Number 3.
this is simply an FYI.
There was something that signed that went along with that.
Pardon?
There was something that went along with that.
The Rod Woodman, I think we already did that, didn't we?
You might have, I might have missed it. Yes, I think you said you did.
You sign this one? Yeah, already. You sign this one? There you go.
What was the FYI?
I'm looking at that. This is the state assessment of Rod's work.
Oh, that municipal form for the certificate of municipal property or something like that?
Yes, yeah.
There's not any signatures or anything required. This is just for our information. I think the state came in and did an assessment of what he's
Yeah.
doing, right? And they give us, they pull samples to make comments on them, and then they give it to us. So these now have to go to treasurer?
Now we go to Bob.
You go to Bob.
That's assessing.
So we put it back in here, so. Okay. Oh, and there was one other point of information, the municipal group. They're gonna go up in their rates by $10 an hour.
Okay,
All right.
so we're gonna do the bank statements and the bills.
Yep.
All right.
You ready for the bills? You
Yeah.
ready for the bills?
Yes.
Can I do the bank statements?
I'm sorry,
The,
Marla.
the bank statements?
But-
The bank statements.
Oh, the bank.
Yeah.
All right, Joanne, you're on.
You gonna do the minute, you want me to?
I'll try.
Oh, this is hard. Hard for Zach, I don't know. Okay.
I don't either.
So you're gonna have to, so it'll say charter communications and the amount, and what Ed does is he puts a little check mark.
You want to switch seats?
I think
Gave up already?
he's trained, do it.
I have two manifests, because one a little bit later than the other. Freezing.
This sweater's, I got a cold.
You missed, you missed it.
Oh, I find you that one.
Okay, Joanne, I think I'm ready.
Okay, charter communications,
Yep.
99, 98. CMP plan and property maintenance, and that is for only,
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry. Mowing services, it was for September and October, and it was for here, I believe, mowing the grass here. Okay.
I don't think.
Consolidated Communications, 14022.
Yep.
Easton Minerals for salt, 2,662.27. Freedom Printers, I needed checks printed, 176.10. Interware Development for $354, and this is for the dog license support. Karen Bassett bought decaf coffee for the Christmas breakfast, and this is coming out of Heritage, $16.92. Kindle Construction, 5,310.
Is that plowing? Is that what that word?
Yes, 5,000, well, he had plowing and,
I missed it, you know.
I got that.
yeah, I know.
5610 was out of summer maintenance. Right?
I think it was that. So, 5,510, he had plowing, salt, cleanup, down trees, and then the 5,310, he had winter storm, 12.5, 12.6, 12.8. I know, it was just little amounts, but they were there.
Good.
Yeah, okay, where did we leave off? Eastern Minerals, you got that, you got Campbell.
Yep.
Via Gauge, $17.57 for sponges and dish soap. Mitchell Municipal Group, $389.80 donation to Moose Mountain Regional Greenways, so I included that for $100. I'm not really sure who to send it to, but I'll talk to you about that.
Okay.
The post office box fee for the tax collector is due for $216 for a year. RB Wood and Associates, $1,856.25, and that runs from June to December, his fees, if anybody wants to look at that one. And SC Bailey Plowing Services, $300, and that is based on his $75 rate for November 28th, December 4th and 5th, December 7th and 8th, and December 9th and 10th.
Is it per plow he's charging us?
It looks like it's kind of,
Yeah.
yeah,
In the, I'm glad you mentioned it, in the email it said it would start effective
January
January
1st, yeah.
1st.
So we build us up to them. Okay. So the
Okay,
total,
the total manifest, $17,393.11. I'll make a motion to approve the manifest as presented.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Another one here?
yes, I do have another one, sorry. This is for CMP Home and Property for mowing the town cemetery and field brush hogging at the new town cemetery, $350. That doesn't include, we have two more that he billed for that is on for the historical cemetery. Oh, right, isn't that what it was? This is historical.
Historical, yes. The one on Langford Road.
On the top of the.
Yeah, so I'll include his check on that for the next round. Leah Gage, $64.12 for new office signs. Mary Lou is, and they are not going to meet until January, but the bills for the breakfast, $369.69. $369.69 for the food costs. And they took in 400 and, sorry, I don't have that with me, 412 or something like that.
So that's out of the...
Heritage, coming out of Heritage. I would like to attend the 29th Annual Government GAAP update, which is the government accounting updates. That's $15. And that's it.
Okay, the total amount for this manifest, $798.81.
They will still...
I make a motion to approve the manifest.
Second.
All those in favor?
All right.
Aye.
No school bill?
I paid them in December already.
I have the same question.
Yeah.
We always
I
get the
did
bill.
pay them in December, yeah.
Yeah.
Or they'll throw the kids out.
All right,
I think
so
we're
any
going
other,
down to my house. I mean, why that motor dropped out?
I know.
any other issues, any new business, anything else we want to talk about today? All right, we're going to only sign checks, so I'll make a motion that we adjourn the meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Do you want him to do the non-public this time? or-
No, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do it later.
I would like you guys to consider changing our payroll from once a month to every 2 weeks. I have people, I have hourly people, I have quarterly people, I have monthly people. It's just a pain in the neck to keep track of who is getting paid when.
What would you like?
Most,
Yeah, whatever
most
you-
towns are paying either, well, the state requires weekly unless you file and we did do that, we asked for 1 month. But it would be,
Here's my question.
yeah.
We used to get paid quarterly because it was manual. Do you want to pay us all every 2 weeks?
Or every month,
You tell us.
yeah.
I mean, we backed into this because Mary Lou used to have to do it manually,
Yeah.
right?
No, well,
So-
I'm thinking that where we're starting January 1st, we could, our computer system is set up for once a month, but she would have to go in and do some tweaking to pay every 2 weeks, but I think it would be, it's
Talk
just,
to her. Why don't you talk to her? You make the call, it's all
Yeah.
automatic.
Yeah, because whatever is easier for you.
Right.
I just think if everybody was on the same, because it gets a little crazy with, oh, did I pay them? Oh, they got,
It's your call.
Hi, Karen.
good night, Karen. I would like
Thank
to
you,
do
Karen.
every 2 weeks, but let me talk to the
Whatever.
soccer league.
Yeah,
Also,
I wouldn't object to it.
what about, am I paying Briggs for the last quarter for the planning board? Is he
Yeah.
still chair?
Yeah, yes. And everything should be up, everything should zero out now, 100%.
Right, it will.
Yep.
And the cleaning lady,
Yeah.
she has a bonus.
Oh, I was gonna ask you about that. Give her the December payment, an extra check.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll include her in
You can have those.
And would you guys object to being paid every 2 weeks?
I don't care.
Or once a month?
No.
Well, no, I think every 2 weeks.
Do it, whatever's easiest for you, it's automatic. I mean,
Yeah, it doesn't make any difference to me.
Okay.
It would still be direct
It would
deposit.
be
Yeah,
direct
that's
deposit.
it.
It might mess with your,
Yeah, you gotta adjust.
your income tax, yeah.
We'll have to adjust, but we can deal with it. If that makes it easier for you, do it. And everybody's paid, whatever
Right.
his name is.
Right. Oh, the other person, the only thing we're waiting on too is Cybertron. And Leah knows that, she's,
I talked to him about equipment, and he thinks over 5 years, we need to spend $20,000. Over 5 years.
What's that for?
New hardware.
Oh,
So the question is, how much do you want to put into the budget for a warrant article, or can you?
I think we should put a warrant article. I think, my opinion would be 5,000 a year.
The office of equipment.
There is some money in there, isn't there?
Yeah, but we have a warrant article, it's like number 4, $5,000.
All right, that covers it.
Good.
Yeah, because it's close.
that's good. We couldn't make a decision anyway. We need to adjourn.
We adjourn?
Yeah.
No, it's,
No, I'm not done, so.
it's good, it's still, we're okay.
Well, you're still in a quorum and you're discussing, so you're working.
We are.
I don't care if you say adjourn or not. Goes by quorum. I love that word, quorum. What? What?
I don't think so.
What?
I drive to work with my heat on high and I see some,
Take one of those, give those to Rich.
I've always freezing.
Well, open the window.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, it's hot. It's so hot in my house this week.
We went to Germany for 10 days, we never saw the sun.
Really?
Cloudy
Cool.
or cloudy and rain.
With the cold.
No, 35 to 38 degrees. That's not good.
Was there any snow on the ground?
No. So when it rained, when it rained, you went inside and drank beer. I got pictures to prove it.
Nice.
So you're gonna have to
No.
sign that.
Great, thanks. Thanks.
And then mom and dad go to bed, 8 o'clock, leave the lobby, and the kids bolt. They went to the Hofbrau house where they get the big ones, and the oompa bumps over there. Who knows how they, when they get home.
Were you staying right where you had access to the?
Oh, yeah, everything was walkable. We were downtown, so everything was walkable.
I went to the actual Oktoberfest in, the 19th.
Oh, it's 2 of them. I've been to 2.
You've been to,
Been to the party.
you got the Steins? You bring a Stein back?
We bought stuff. We didn't bring, yes, we do. We have, yeah, we do. Went through TS, we went through customers, said, you've been to the Oscar, you've been to the, you can see them on the radar, stuff, yeah, X-ray. Yeah, that was the party, that's the party.
Oh, yeah, and it is exactly the way you see it portrayed on the television, right? These very big
Tense.
large buxom.
Oh, yeah.
Woman with,
Can I see this?
Let's do my best.
Yeah,
Is
whatever.
there anything I
I
can't see?
don't see anything.
You guys see the bank statements?
So, remember?
Be careful with the one, the one that's based upon the financial status.
I'll have those Friday.
What?
You hear me, Ed?
I'll have it.
There's one that's based upon his financial status.
I'm not looking at this.
There's
I'm
the
looking at the
Oh.
Department of Revenue.
Oh,
There's 3 stages.
That's why you're looking at
Barely
the-
through.
exemption ones.
I moved, 600,000.
I have
into
boxes,
investment.
boxes of Amazon
There's another
and
200.
it was like my printer is full. I'm like, shit, I
That's
got
why
that.
the school
Oh,
is
whenever you
big.
package it, come from John.
January's gonna be a
Yes,
big
I
one.
told
That's
you to
right,
stop
so I
working,
have-
I have enough stuff.
January,
Yes,
right?
right.
Oh, you
We
don't
collected,
forget.
they take
Me, I was like the prepared room and then Linda has the spare room and she was like,
Yeah. You sign this one too?
just the
You done with it? You done with it?
Oh, man, it's not selling.
Well, these aren't gluten free, are they?
Help yourself.
Are they gluten free?
No.
Probably not, I didn't make them. There was a note in the kitchen, I don't know. They were a Christmas present from someone. Here's a note.
Where do you, need this one?
Yeah.
No,
That should probably, I don't know if we have we must have a file on,
6:45.
that's the
bless you.
lawyer fee
Thank you.
increase.
Yeah.
The planning board is reviewing the